This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
All right, listen. Welcome to the Pete and Sebastian Show. We've been living together now for less than 24 hours. And I'm just picking up on little habits and nuances. I gotta tell you, how many cups of coffee? I've never seen anything like it. We're running out of capsules here.
I got it. I know. I listen. We're running out of capsules. I know. I'm having a fresh coffee for every taping. I know, man. I know. It is. Yeah, this is like.
Do you drink this much coffee at home?
Yeah, I'm almost always drinking coffee at home, but I usually make one last longer. You know what I'm doing now, though? When you go to the coffee, when I go to Tim Hortons or I go to Dunkin' Donuts, I get a double espresso, right? The double espresso is only like that much. So now I say to them, because they don't understand it, like I go, I want to get 2 double espressos. And they're like, okay, to both of those, want any cream or sugar? I go, no, together. And they're like, I don't understand. I go, okay, pretend I ordered a double espresso. Okay, now pretend I ordered another one, but put them both in the same cup. And the woman on the thing and the drive-thru goes, oh, all right. Like no one does that.
Yeah.
So that's my morning cup. That's my basic cup now is 4 espressos is my coffee.
Just gonna have 4 shots of espresso in 1 cup.
I don't even have the coffee. I just have 4 shots of espresso.
I know.
A little milk and cream and sugar.
But that's what you tell the person from now on.
Yes.
Don't do the 2 shots and the 2 shots.
Yeah.
You go, can I get 4?
4 double espresso.
Are you going to make it?
Tonight?
No, just through this show.
Tonight? Yeah.
No, not tonight. Now.
Yeah, why? Do I look weird? You're freaking me out right now.
I'm moving this over here. It's bothering me.
All right.
So, just to give you guys an idea of what we've been through today.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This is our 4th show of the day, right? And you wanted to knock out. I think when we first started, you said you wanted to do 6 a day.
6 a day, bro.
We're barely getting through 3, bro.
Fine, we just started.
I know, but I'm looking over at you, and you look like you might want to put your head on the table soon.
Do I look that way? I don't feel like I look that way, man. All right. The lights are coming at us in here.
This is like, you can get a tan in this room. So can I bring something up? Yeah.
Okay. We just, I don't know if we're saying this like in chronological order.
Sorry.
I asked if we could talk about, but we did an interview with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Okay. Great guy, great interview. And it was a lot of fun. But I don't know how you felt because we don't normally interview. But as an interviewer, how do you stay completely in the moment? Because there were times like Burr was talking and all I'm thinking is, what can I tag off of this that'll make Burr and Sebastian laugh? And that or are you just supposed to totally as an interviewer be in the moment? Like, how did you feel like that kind of thing ever?
I felt like I was consistently in my head. I was trying to figure out what TV shows he was referencing, which I had no idea what those were.
Bro, when you said you directed too, and he goes, yeah, that was challenging. Right now, I felt bad that I didn't know what he directed. So I just went along as if I knew. And I'm like, I have no idea what he directed, but like, I'm in my head because I can't go, I'm sorry, I don't know. Because then I feel like he'd go, you don't even fucking know. Yeah. So you don't know. So,
Sometimes you're not going to know.
What did he direct?
I don't know.
you just said you saw that he directed.
No. He told me he directed a movie, right. But I don't know what movie it is or what it's called or anything really about it. So I think it's okay not to know everything the person has going on,
Yeah. I mean, F is for Family was great. I mean, some of this and you too, like, I don't know how you guys, there's a lot going on. People get busy. I don't know how you do it all.
I don't know. He seems to be doing quite well with it. He's taking his kids to the mall and they're doing Cookie Day or whatever he was talking about. But yeah, it was,
awesome.
Bill Burr and I met in 1998 when he was actually the first guy I met out here in 1998. We lived in the same building together. But yeah, as we go through these guests, right?
Yeah.
We got a plethora of other guests coming your way this week. Also have a remote. I don't know what other podcast is doing remotes. Maybe they're doing them from the comedy clubs or theaters, but we're actually boots on the ground, taking our equipment and going into to some.
It's crazy. It's a like you said earlier. It's a TV show, and we're taking. Are you hanging in there? I feel like you're a little worried about,
me. Yeah, I am.
You are
about myself,
right?
Yeah.
Why? Huh? Why? There's so many angles we could go. By the way, where's the car you're supposed to get? That electric cool car?
I don't know where that is. Lindsay, can we find out where the Maserati is?
Yeah. It was supposed to be 6 months, and then you get this.
She was there when we did it.
Electric. I mean, all I saw since I've been here is a Chipotle pleather, but nothing with the Maserati.
No, nothing.
Do you think the Maserati people are like, if you don't call us, don't call him?
Don't send it.
Yeah. There was a cargo ship. Sadly, a couple firemen. It was a whole big thing. They got hurt. They perished, but it had 5,000 cars they were shipping. I'm wondering if the Maserati was on the cargo ship. Yeah.
Oh God.
Finances can be so intimidating, right? That's why you need Dave. Dave can make managing your money so much easier with interest-free extra cash advance, fee-free goal tracking, and easy ways to find a side hustle to make more money. Who wouldn't want any of that, right? Dave is the banking app that's leveling the financial playing field. When you download Dave, you could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. $500 in 5 minutes or less. I said that right. No credit check, no late fees. It's part of Dave's extra cash account. Advance the money you need with no interest and then settle up later. Download Dave today at dave.com/thecast. That's dave.com/thecast. You could get up to $500 in 5 minutes or less. That's right. $500 in 5 minutes or less. No credit check, no late fees. Download the Dave app now or go to dave.com/thecast. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Eligibility, criteria, and instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve. Member FDIC. Have you done any of the hiking back here in a long time?
I did. So I went hiking yesterday, actually, at Runyon Canyon with my wife. And then when my buddies came out here about 4 weeks ago, what's your take on this? 4 guys on a hike.
It's tricky. I mean, in LA, you could pull it off. In Connecticut, I'd be like, hey, boys, having fun? We're coming and going from the picnic, fellas. Huh? Yeah.
Well, I just felt like,
Did you ever go on who's got the famous podcast out here where you hike with them? Isn't it Kevin Nealon?
Kevin Nealon, yeah. No, I haven't done that. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah, so, it's a thing.
I just feel like, listen, Lana was taught, I can't talk and walk up a hill.
Right, yeah.
Lana's trying to have a conversation with me and say, hey, what's going on, this summer, the rest of the summer, and are we going to go here, we're going to go there, and I'm like, hold on. I had to stop, talk, and then go again. Right? That's where I'm at in my cardiovascular.
Right. You had to answer.
And I had to tell her, this is where you're getting old.
Yeah.
I had to tell her, slow down.
Right.
We ain't in a rush to get up the hill. It's like a walk and talk, but it's just on an angle. All right.
Yeah.
This one was trying to get in a quad workout.
Do you think this is like the first signs? Like she's hiking up ahead of you, thinking first signs of the difference in our age. Finally starting to see.
No, this is since we met. Yeah. I've always been behind.
Right.
So I've always been following.
Jackie and I are the same age, and when we hike, she's more head down. It's a workout. Let's go. And I'm more like I'll see a stump, and I'm like, let's get off the path and just go sit on that stump in silence and see everything around us. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's. What's the point of plowing through? We could just get a bro. Are you all right, man? You're leaning forward. I feel like we're fishing and you didn't take Dramamine. Yeah, he's doing it. He's leaning forward and back.
No, you know what this is? You know what just hit me? At that point where I lean forward, in my head, I said, God damn, is it hot in here? I'm fucking drenched, bro.
Well, Bill Burr, when he goes, I didn't even sip my water, it just evaporated.
You should have more lights on in here. It's not fucking hot enough.
We like to cook the shit out of it.
I was gonna say, yeah, right? This is gonna keep your interviews tight. I didn't even take this; just evaporated. I didn't even take a fucking sip out of it.
So, Patrick, what are we gonna do? Can we LED this motherfucker? I mean, these things are.
These are LED lights.
Oh, can you put the regular ones?
When somebody says it's hot, it just gets hotter. You know what I mean?
I feel like you ever get hot and you feel like, cause, you know, this is what I was also thinking about in the interview, and I sat down when we were interviewing Bill Burr, and in my mind I said, man, it's warm in here.
Yeah.
So for the first 13 minutes of the podcast, I was looking at his head and if it was going to start beating, right? I was focused on the sweat that might be coming off this guy's body, right? And I was upset that it wasn't cool enough in here. So for the first 13 minutes, I didn't hear a word he said.
Right, so if its head started beating, would you have maybe stopped the show?
I said I would have cut the thing. I was gonna give him his deli tray. And I'm saying, I'm sorry, this is too hot for us to do. Jesus.
You know, that's another learning experience. Me and Lindsay were talking about it too when she slapped the tray down without no timing. Burden, no.
You know what the fuck?
I think I was saying
it was dropped, and she left, and he's looking at it going, "Are we supposed to open this shit?" Like,
yeah, because he was wrapping up with the helicopter story, and I thought he thought, "Oh God, they brought dits. I'm supposed to do another hour." Yeah,
you know what?
Oh, man.
I want to give the fruit, the cheese and meat tray at the end. So you know what? For Jay, we'll have it, and then I'll call for it, and then we'll do it. Dropped it off like we were at a diner.
Shit. Bill's so classy too, man. He actually opened up the car door passenger side for the tray. Remember that when he was leaving? He put it
the
in
tray
like it was a date.
purse.
Like a date. Random passenger. I'm surprised he didn't buckle the seatbelt. But then Lindsay pointed out there's a homeless guy on the shoulder of the 405 eating a brie right now. You think the cheese made it to his house? Oh, shit. Oh, God.
There you go. And fucking at the podcast. And fucking old meat.
We should have to draw straws to see who has to give it to the guest every time.
To be honest with you, I thought it would have been more of a hit.
I don't know that it wasn't. It got to know. I felt like he felt we were testing his newfound from the mushrooms. He's like, I'm not angry as much anymore. And we gave it cheese. I thought he felt like, are you testing me right now? Are you daring me not to say anything about that? And then you go, it's mango, like poking the tiger.
I know what to say. I go, there's apricots in there. Like that was going to change his reaction. Oh, fuck.
Oh, God. Now we're going to give a cheese tray to a guy who's about to marry the owner of the LA Lakers.
Oh, God. Listen. If the next cheese board doesn't go over, we're cutting it. We ain't giving it to the two guys.
I can't breathe right now. I don't see us feeling any less comfortable about it. So, oh shit, who knows? Maybe it'll make its way to the locker room and LeBron will be eating some of those apricots. Maybe it'll be our thing. Like, you're coming, you're getting this.
Yeah.
That's not good for Dom, though, the way they're getting it that way.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We'll see how Jay takes the cheese tray.
All right.
I just thought it was a different thing to leave with.
For a reason,
Jesus.
okay. I know. No, you mean well.
She's down there packing it with an ice. She drink. Oh, no, we got dry ice, and he's like, just give me the tray. It's going out the window on Mulholland.
He goes, I fly helicopters.
Oh, God damn it.
He's going down Mulholland. You think it's sliding around on the thing? Oh, man.
Vacuum sealed, bro.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Anyway.
Got that duck.
All right. With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and most importantly, baby, affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. Parents have enough back-to-school shopping to do and enough planning to do. Let HelloFresh get the groceries and save you some cash with pre-portioned meals delivered right to your door. When life gets busy, don't call for delivery. Get HelloFresh. Yeah, don't get delivery. Delivery's lousy. HelloFresh is fresh, delicious, good for your ingredients. It's 25% cheaper than takeout and less expensive than grocery shopping, too. Just choose your recipes and receive fresh, pre-portioned ingredients so you can get cooking quick. Yeah, we did HelloFresh. It was fantastic, man. We got this chicken meal. It was like perfectly cut. All you had to do was dump everything together. It was like a mixed salad. Boom, done. People thought I made it for hours on my own at the house, but I got all the ingredients through HelloFresh. How HelloFresh makes cooking so easy and fast is just unbelievable. It's like the way to go. Also, Green Chef and Every Plate are now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meals to choose from, there's something for everyone. Wow, you got a lot of options now here at HelloFresh. I love switching between brands because each brand provides something that the other one doesn't get. It's just like going to a great restaurant and all of a sudden their menu got twice as large. It's the way to go. And you're getting all these brands at a discount. So go to HelloFresh.com/50thecast and use code 50thecast for 50% off free shipping. That is HelloFresh.com. 50, not 50 on its own. 50 the cast, and use the code 50 the cast for 50% off plus free shipping. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit.
I need to give you a take on this. I was with my in-laws for 6 days up in North Carolina for 4th of July. And we talked about the 4th. We talked about your 4th on a previous show, but we didn't really get into my 4th of July. It's a country club, man. And it's like white, just white businessmen.
Right. Yeah.
And then their offspring.
Right.
So I get like, I don't know, 3 guys in they're, I'd say 35 to 42 years of age. They come up to me and I see them coming up, the quintessential, country club guy, khakis, collared shirt, and whatnot. And they're like, hey, we saw your movie. And I said, oh, yeah. But you can make another one about ugly sweaters? Because I had a sweater on, right? So that they're mocking the sweater, right?
What? Just like for no reason?
Yeah, they try, like people sometimes around comedians, they try and bust balls or razz you. They think it's like funny, they're gonna make the first move.
Right.
And I kind of go, guys, I'm gonna do the jokes, all right? Yeah, that's what I don't even know these guys. I felt like Ray Liotta in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
When the guy playing tennis came up to him at the thing, remember? Mm-hmm. And he's sitting there with the girl, and the girl goes, this is, my next door neighbor. And he looks at him and gives him the half handshake.
Right, yeah.
That's what I felt like at the country club. I felt like at the end of the day, I was going to be beating the shit out of these guys on the 3rd hole with the butt of a gun, right?
Right.
But I was going to ask you, since you're Italian,
yeah.
do you ever get I feel sometimes you get almost profiled as not smart. You ever get that?
What, are you kidding me? Of course, bro. I think I've told you that in the past. I find myself saying I have a college degree more than most people say it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I just feel like
hothead too. Hothead, not that smart, but like at the end of the day though, man, it all stems from and I'm sorry, I know you guys aren't all Italian in the room, but jealousy. For not having any Italian blood in them, you know what I mean?
I think it could come from that. Like, Jesus Christ, this guy's tan, but he hasn't seen the sun, right?
This is what we do, by the way, when we have nothing on the cast. We say how great it is to be Italian and how being anything else sucks. You need to do, bro. You need to do. I don't like hearing that story. I don't like the way they came out. By the way, you come up to someone and like when they go like, oh, so to me, so you're special, so you stand there. You either come up, it was funny, or don't come up at all. I don't need. What you saw it? Did I lose it? Did you find it behind the bush? It pisses me off, right? Yeah. And then secondly, I know you played a mobster in Irishman, but you need to do a movie where you're like a mean ass head mobster, like Tony Soprano. At the end of the day, he's an actor, but I felt like he was so good as Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini. Yeah. You would never go up to him in real life and go, "Saw you in The Mexican with Julia Roberts and Brad Pitt." You would never. You'd be too afraid to do that. Yeah, because of the Tony Soprano.
Yeah. So you're saying that if you play a really good character in a TV show or a film, that is
tough guy.
That tough guy is translated into real life.
God rest Ray Liotta, one of my favorite actors of all time, if not my favorite. But I always thought he was tough, like he could beat me up. Why? Because he acted like a tough guy in a couple of movies. For all I know, he does ballet. You know what I'm saying?
No,
it's perception. James Caan, I feel like he could kick my ass. I saw him onto the Yankee game in front of me. The fucking guy's like 2 feet tall.
Yeah. I guess like there is a fear there from Sonny Corleone that you might think that he could kill you.
Right.
But Ray Liotta, I think, I mean, this guy towards the latter years of his life, was doing what's that commercial?
We've talked about that. Xantex.
And he sounded like his voice sounded like he could kill you.
Again, all perception.
All perception. But I think he might have been a tough guy.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like Sean Penn, for example, like if you had Sean Penn sitting here and let's take like Matthew Broderick sitting here and they both go at different times. Sean Penn goes, "God damn it, guys." We'd go, "Oh, shit." If Matthew Broderick did it, you'd be like, Matty, what's it like? You're not the same. But for all we know, Matthew Broderick could kick the shit out of Sean Penn in real life. Yeah, what do we know, bro?
We don't. We all know that
this is deep shit.
This is Ferris Bueller, and this is Spicoli.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, I don't know if you saw the movie with Sean Penn when he was in prison. What is that movie?
My God,
what is that movie when Sean Penn was in Bad Boys? You ever see that movie?
When he put the sodas in the pillowcase?
Bro, that alone scarred me for life with Sean Penn.
That was amazing.
Because I used to wait on Sean Penn at the Four Seasons, and it was like, couldn't be a nicer guy, but there was a volatility there that if I didn't bring out the food fast enough, it could have been a problem on the driveway.
Do you think a man likes having that reputation of like a short-tempered, Mel Gibson's got that reputation. I have that reputation in my home. You know what I mean? But like, just like love me and fear me at the same time. That's a cool combo. You know what I mean? Instead of the Will Ferrell, like he could yell out, "God damn it!" Everyone go, "Will."
Yeah.
He doesn't have that like.
He doesn't have the. Yeah, because his characters are
Joe
killers.
Pesci, like, holy shit, he's yelling.
Joe Pesci does have even though he's a smaller guy, does have a definite volatility towards him.
I know. He told you. He said something you once said you never say. It's a great story. That would be legendary.
A legendary story. Legendary.
But like again, if John Ritter, rest his soul, said that same thing to you, maybe you take it half. You wouldn't take it.
I don't think.
Come and knock on my door, guy.
I don't think anything coming out of Hooperman.
Good movie. What was the other John Ritter one where he would save people? He was a hero.
Not Last Action Hero, but Last something. What was it?
Man,
I don't know.
So did you spend 5 days at this country club?
6 days.
Every day you go back to it?
No, there's different activities. Like we went on the lake, and the kids like to go tubing, right?
Yeah.
And I get a little nervous just because the
Right.
kids are in life jackets. They're 6 and 4, and they, they're whipping around the tube pretty quick,
I know, bro. And afraid they bounce off. It's like you're not enjoying yourself till the thing that they're enjoying is over.
Yeah.
It's like
That's how
a
I feel.
conundrum. I don't know if that's the right term,
But I'm the only one on the boat that feels this way.
right.
Like the rest of Lana's family, they're sitting there talking about, so what do you want to do tonight? And even my father-in-law's driving the boat, right? And he's texting, and he's driving the boat. He's looking at it. I go, okay. You ever go on a boat like a lake? There's no rules. Like
They're loose, but yeah.
I don't even think you need a license to get to do a boat. I don't think you need a license to do that. Check that up.
I don't
Do you
think
need a
so. I
license?
think it might just have to be registered. I mean, you don't go take a boat driving test or anything like that.
There's none of that. There's no lanes. There's no nothing. Like I'm sitting there going, I'm looking and going, oh shit, there's a small speedboat coming this way, and
Stay right is basically what you're supposed to.
there's no rules.
No.
He's taking it left, and then the thing's kicking out, and I'm thinking, oh shit, is that thing gonna swing over and hit the boat?
You're thinking hundreds of yards away, and like before stuff is developing.
Yeah, because
Driving yourself
Yeah.
crazy. Then doing a back look to make sure your kids, if they go outside the wake, and you're like, oh God, if they fell off now, there'd definitely be a problem. They're
Yeah.
gonna stumble, dislocate your shoulder.
I got it all. Like I go, okay, where's the like if this happens. So I can't enjoy these moments, but God bless him. There was a 5-year-old in our family who's jumping off the top of the boat into the water. I mean, this ain't safe, man.
Was it still moving, or was it?
No, it's stationary, but it's
Yeah.
just everything's wet. God,
Bro.
it's another thing. I'm not good with wet when I'm not wet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I'm on the boat dry
Yeah.
and there's shit around that's wet, I ain't good with like getting half wet. It's either
Right.
I'm wet or I'm not. I can't.
It's amazing. You could be more cold from someone dripping a little on your arm than from a full dip in, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not mentally, I didn't wrap my head around getting wet. I'm not wrapped around that right now.
What you think on life jackets? Is this something
I put them up there with helmets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
for you or the kids?
No, for me.
For you.
For an adult.
Okay,
Yeah,
so do you think? Let's say you're on a boat, right? No life jacket, and everybody else had a life jacket, and it fell off, right? Do you think you'd just rather die with no life jacket because it looks cooler, or would you rather be sitting there bobbing with a life jacket on?
Are we all eventually gonna die?
No,
What do you
everybody like.
No, like if the boat capsized, I'd love to have a life jacket.
Yeah, but-
I'd love to have a bike helmet if my head's about to hit the fucking cement.
Yeah, but you don't look cool
Up
with a
until
bike
that point.
up until that point.
Yeah,
That's
until
what I'm
you need
saying.
it. Until you need it.
Yeah, until you need it. So would you rather risk the risk just looking cool on a boat with no life jacket? I'm just saying, how many times are you gonna fucking knock
Until I
that the
spill
last
it.
one?
Until I
Jesus
spill it,
Christ, right?
Probably do it.
I'm waiting for that
I
thing to go.
know.
Just
It's like,
just
all right.
remove all shit that could fall on the floor. God damn.
You got to think in terms of like, you got like a rented yacht and Tom Cruise is on your yacht and it's docked and we're all jumping in. Is Tommy C slapping on a life jacket for a dip?
No, but I think Tom Cruise could literally survive any catastrophe. Without like a helmet, he'd probably know how to roll off the bike if he went into the water. And by the way,
Try to walk right on it. Okay, guys. Next up is Masterclass. We've told you about this one before. Masterclass is when you go online and you're being taught anything you want to learn, whether it's writing by a famous author, whether it's dancing, whether it's acting, it could be sports. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace, right? Sometimes you're not ready to go meet that coach. You don't have to worry about that with Masterclass. You go online and you look into it whenever you want. And the annual membership starts at $10 a month. And you get unlimited access to every instructor. Thousands of online lessons, exclusive content, insights, and much more. All at your fingertips for $10 a month. You're learning from the masters. It's unbelievable. I did a whole thing on Steve Martin. I never forgot it, man. I mean, I would have paid $500 for that. I got it like, $10 a month. I got one little thing there with Steve Martin. It was unbelievable. There's over 180 classes to pick from. Everything from Martin Scorsese to Mariah Carey. And with new classes are added every month, all right? So even with the $10 a month, you're getting new classes added every month. What a deal. So whether you want to become a better chef, advance your career, land a book deal, or anything else, Masterclass has you covered. I'm telling you, $10 a month, you go to Masterclass and you can gain new skills in as little as 10 minutes, either on your phone, your computer, your tablet, smart TV, even audio mode to listen on the go. There's so many different ways to take advantage of Masterclass. I love listening to this in my garage. I just put it on my, what do you call it, Bluetooth. Phenomenal. I don't even need to see the class. Just the audio alone, I'm learning, gaining knowledge in my garage. So how much would it cost to take one of these classes from one of the world's best? Hundreds of dollars at least. Plus, you'd have to drive to wherever they are. Well, with the Masterclass annual membership, it would only cost you $10 a month. $10 a month. So get that unlimited access to every class. And right now, as a Pete and Sebastian listener, when you can, and right now, as a Pete and Sebastian listener, you can get 15% off when you go to masterclass.com/thecast. That's masterclass.com/thecast for 15% off an annual membership. Masterclass.com/thecast. Sign up, gain that knowledge. Go get it. $10 a month. They're giving it away.
What I want to ask Jay when he comes on the show is, and do you think it's out of form to ask an actor how it was working with another actor?
Well, how would you feel? I mean, if they asked you,
No, I wouldn't give a shit. I'm just saying, like, you invite somebody on a show,
yeah,
and then you're like, how was it to work with Tom Cruise?
Well,
right?
I mean, I wouldn't say as he's sitting down.
No,
yeah,
no, like,
I know you know
weave
that too,
it in. We'll weave it in.
At some point, I'd be like, I have no problem saying, bro, Tommy C is like it's like he's a national treasure. He's a national treasure.
I mean,
and you got to act with him like literally the nemesis in his movie. And the acting you did with him was some of his most flawless acting, those scenes, like for Tommy Cruise back and forth, Yeah. So what do we got? Could you like text him if you...
Like, does he have his number right now?
Have you been to a barbecue? Like, what do we got going on? Yeah. Like, I remember Jay telling me a great story once. I asked him about it, where he did a movie with Pacino and he's in the trailer. And Jay had a dog at the time. And Jay loved his dog. And I remember he only fed the dog healthy dog stuff, never human food. And Pacino had like a mozzarella or something, was just grabbing slices of it and giving it to the dog. And Jay's like, how do you tell Pacino stop giving your dog mozzarella cheese? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll go with the flow,
we'll
bro.
see.
I mean, we already did one with Burr. We're like practically Stern meets Oprah. We're unbelievable. We're unbelievable. Yeah.
I want to just show the listeners, the viewers out there, actually the viewers, your notebook that you have behind us here. Could you take out the notebook? I want to know what the fringe is on the bottom.
Oh,
it looks
that
like
must have happened on my American
like
Airlines.
a Hasidic Jew walking
That's
around
what
with this
happens
shit.
when you get the middle seat, bro. Man.
What is that?
It's from the stitching. I just traveled with it for the first time, and man, I didn't see that happen. I have to get a scissor on that before tomorrow.
So wait, what do you got?
I got some notes.
Did you actually write stuff out, man?
Yeah, man. Well, I got
Are you doing? Is that cursive?
What? No, I do script. I
Okay.
I do print.
That's all jokes.
It's trying to write ideas and stuff, but it's sometimes it's just writing. But I had just a couple things for the cast that I wanted to run by you, like in case we got to a point where we didn't know what to talk about. No, like Italian takes sort of thing.
Go ahead.
By the way, first one is more of a warning, big in the news. Don't pick up dollar bills, okay? You know what's going on with them?
No.
Putting fentanyl in them. wrapping them up, putting them on the ground. The bad guys are. And kids picking up the dollar bills, getting sick. I told you, bro. I told you. I foresaw this shit.
But I don't understand the random, I want to kill somebody with dollar bills vibe. Like, what is that?
I don't know. What aspect don't you understand? Like, why not a 20? Why is a 20 when a dollar will work?
Well, I'm just like, why? I mean, I just don't know. Like, hey, what are we trying to do? Yeah, what are you trying to do with that? Like, what are you trying to do with that? Just knock people off?
Don't make me overthink it, guys. Just don't pick up dollar bills anymore.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things now that you got to watch out for.
Right.
Is this one of these things where, like, oh, don't pump your own gas because people are putting a needle on the handle, and when you go grab it, the needle's got like poison in it, and you fucking die at the pump.
Didn't know that. Thank you for the heads up, bro. Yeah, right? Again.
Well, these are all things like...
Who's doing that, right? Who's like putting the needle on?
Well, you hear another video about you ever get in your car and it's like, oh, if there's like a flyer on your back windshield, right? Or you see something, they'll put something on and then you get out while the car's running or whatever, the keys are in the car and somebody gets in and takes off while you're outside the car. So there's all these little mechanisms out there of like the way to kill people or steal from them. I just want to know, like, is this...
No, I feel like what you're saying is right. I'm embarrassed. I get sucked into this, man. Yeah. You know, and I think if I saw a dollar bill, because like, what is the point? Are they trying to take over America $1 bill at a time?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do with a dollar bill. And why are kids picking it up? What, are they putting it outside schools?
Man, what? Yeah, well, yeah, to get to use. Guy, I already moved on to the next one in my head. You're right. I'm telling you, man, you're right. Oh boy, I don't know. Maybe think it is. Okay, so anyway, I saw a special about a guy in America who had, I'm sorry, it was in France, who ended up having an entire French city underneath his property. They were going to dig a pool out and they came across it. Now, my question to you is, you're doing work on your home, maybe by yourself, or you got someone with you that you can trust. You come across a point where you hit something and you dig down and it's an old coffin. Do you immediately make a phone call or do you get a crowbar?
There's a coffin in the yard.
Coffin in the yard, clearly, like, by the markings, old, like hundreds of years old, like half coming apart, like.
That's a good question. I mean, the first instinct was to open it up, put a crowbar, but then
I think your first thing that I think, but you probably call your dad. I ain't gonna name him. Dad, what you doing? I got a coffin. I'll be. I was like, right? Because your dad, right? You probably feel like you call someone, if you get it, they get a tape off your yard. You can't play in there for months.
Yeah, then if you're like, oh, if you do open it, is it like a desecration or is there a law against fucking around with dead people that are buried, you know?
If you were dead for 550 years, to the point, sadly, the Maniscalco name didn't even make it through. Someone had just girls along the line and the name isn't even there anymore. The tree is like,
yeah.
Do you think you'd be offended if somebody dug up your grave nicely, but like moved it for a mall or something? like after 500 years, you think you'd look down on yourself and be like, yeah, I had a good run. Get me out of the hill. Get me out of the hill.
I don't think I'd be offended. But, you know, you bring up a point. Is there, if there's no real family left and somebody digs up a body and says, you know what, we're going to put some condos here.
Right.
I think they did this somewhere, actually, where they dug up the bodies and they threw them out. You know, they just threw them out because they had to make room for real estate development. If you don't have a family member to complain, is that illegal?
That's a great question. Like literally, if a cop comes driving by while you got half a coffin that you're dragging to the curb because it's pickup day in the morning. What?
We read some.
What?
No, listen. Yeah.
I'm in the moment, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what happens if a cop sees you with a coffin.
Old coffin.
An old
yeah.
an old coffin. I think there's definitely going to be some questioning. But let's say they made a mistake and there was a family member left, right? The family member hasn't been at a gravesite in a while. And they go to the gravesite and it's a multi-use facility with condos on top and like a Chipotle in the bottom. And they go, Jesus Christ, where's my uncle?
right. Well, where's my great uncle?
Would you complain?
First I call my lawyer to see if financially if I could get anything out of this. If he said no, then I'd be like, well, then forget it. I really don't care. But you're thinking of a great game. How crazy is this game? You know how they have storage wars? Well, when a graveyard has been around so long that we need the land back, they do storage wars for graves. Like, so they read the tombstone, and then we go, can I get a start? And someone goes, $55. So for $55, Mike gets whatever in the coffin, right? And then someone goes, when did he live? He was in the Revolutionary War? 125. He might have been buried with the coat and the sword. You know? So, right. And then they dig it up. And they're like, oh, we got a wedding ring. Oh, wedding ring.
That's a great question. How much money
Right.
do you think is buried in the United States in these coffins?
My God, your average cemetery, you got to figure, no, I'm serious though. You know, you got to dig one of these up and someone's buried with like a musket from like,
What does that go on? What does that go for in the antique market? I mean, Jesus Christ. And if you were selling the musket, do you give the backstory? You know, like let's say you're at an antique show and someone goes, where'd you get the musket? Where'd I get the musket? Fucking dug up a grave.
In Fredonia on a Tuesday night, because we got some graves from the Revolutionary War. And they're like, yeah, like, that's interesting too. Like, what if somebody said to you, someone's rich, right? And they give you a special gift, and it's Napoleon's hat. And they're like, you're like, how'd you get it? And you go, we know a guy that we work with that digs shit up. We dug it up. I don't know. I'd say that.
Oh, God.
It makes you wonder, like, Michael Jackson, what do you think he was buried with? You don't think he was, like, maybe one of the gloves, bro? Seriously. I'm not even trying to be a joke.
I don't know.
Maybe like that nice sailor thing that, look like a captain's jacket with the shoulder blades.
He could have been buried in maybe the Billie Jean outfit, just with the hat.
Shades and the shades.
And the shades. I don't know, bro. That's a great question. Great question.
Man, wow.
What else you got on the
Okay, here we go. Thank you. There we go. See how it happens, bro? It's unbelievable. Okay, as I told you on one of the last casts, there's a fugitive on the loose and close to where I live.
Yeah.
Okay? My question to you is, if the news came on and said someone broke out of jail and they're dangerous like a killer, and they're on the loose and they're desperate, how close do they have to live mile-wise to your home? Where the last sighting was, how close does it have to be to your home if you had like a show or something, you're like, I can't go on, I can't leave my family there alone. 10 miles, 20 miles, mile out.
This guy's on foot.
On foot.
I think it's after 5 miles, I'm all right.
5 miles?
Yeah. Although, I don't know. This guy gets in. Well, listen, you come out of prison, you got nothing on you, right?
Right.
And what are you doing? Robbing and stealing to get through this?
But like if someone broke in, you robbing and stealing at least to get food and clothing and to start. The guy had already was on the hunt once before they put him in prison, and he kidnapped the family 20 miles from where I live, and from their home, an elderly family, and drove them all the way to South Carolina. What's so funny?
I'm just thinking of the visual of an elderly family getting into a car. Like
Right.
They're sitting there watching the Family Feud, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That guy walks in, get the fucking, and they're like, what? In the car? And this guy's got a prison outfit on, right?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, they're in the back seat.
Shit.
Driving. Where did he drive him?
To South Carolina, left him like right out of a movie in a cemetery. Right? Left him there, and then they found the car a mile away and he was gone in the woods, right? But I mean, it's like right out of a movie. What do you, from New York to South Carolina. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And who's driving? Is he up the whole time driving, or is he staying awake watching you drive like that? You know? How do you stop for gas in Doritos? Like the movie, right? He's probably in the car with my wife. That's another thing. You and Lana get kidnapped. Guys, you need gas.
Yeah.
You got to stop. He says he's got a knife on Lana, and you got to go in and get gas and chips and soda. Are you going? Are you doing to the county guy? Wife, knife, car. Like, are you literally not doing anything and just?
Well, you got to figure if you get out, he could take off and go with Lana, right? If I get out of the car, he could take Lana.
Yeah.
And I'm left at the gas station.
That's why he knows you. So he's banking on you coming back.
Well, what if I go? I ain't getting out of this car. Right? There's another thing. He could kill you right in the car.
Well, then you lead me to another thing. So he sends Lana out with a knife on you. Now, if Lana comes back with the chips and the gas, would you be mad like, nothing, Lana? You literally didn't tell nobody nothing. And she's like, he said not to. Would you be like, oh, what the fuck? Or would you be like, way to go, way to like.
What? Well, I know.
I would always be like, I'd get out of the car and be like, I take a bag of Doritos and my wife's in the car and call fucking right now, right? Wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, I mean, you would, but here's another scenario. Jackie gets out of the car, leaves you in the car with the guy with the knife, right?
Yeah.
And then you see Jackie speed off like she's running away. Like she leaves you there.
Right.
And she escapes.
Yeah.
Do you go, where you going?
Right.
Or do you go, run, baby?
Right.
Run.
Raise our daughter. Shit. I don't know if there was a killer on the loose though, that you went to get like ice cream out of your freezer and he was in the kitchen, you'd be like, a part of you would have to be like, this is so crazy. Like I never win anything. You know, of all the houses. I don't know if I believe it. All right. So anyway, we got that. I think I'm shot, bro.
4 minutes. All right. There's one other thing I wanted to cover, and then we'll jump off this. But
yeah.
What do you got?
I just want to tell you I have a new method that you might be interested in. Well, you can't do it here with the houses because you're like, when our speeders come by now where I live, I take my phone when they come by and I go like that. And they think I'm filming them. And they fucking slow down. They get so pissed. If I think someone's speeding, I used to go, slow down. And that didn't do anything. So now I literally go, there you go. There you go. Got you. Nice. And they get freaked out. People get freaked out when they think you're filming them. What do you think about that?
Well, I got a couple thoughts.
Yeah.
It's like you become like this old man. You know, like,
right.
Get off my lawn, stop speeding. You know, like you're one of these guys now.
You literally were just saying stuff about, you know, the kids saying I do the jokes and what were you saying earlier today?
Yeah, but this is a confrontation. You're like,
you tell Lana I got a rest to talk when we hike. That's old talk too.
No, I'm not going for tit for tat for you. I'm saying in this specific instance, you're getting out of your chair and like you're filming people and.
That's a get off my lawn, old man. That's me.
You know what that also is?
What?
They come back at night, right? And they kill your family. Right? You don't know who you're filming.
Now that comment is almost as old as me actually doing this. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's working though, so it's a good method. Some of you older guys out there doing your yard, someone speeds by, hold up your phone, let them think you're filming them. It's a game changer.
I feel like in the summer, you're in your yard more than you are in the house. I feel
absolutely, bro. I pee 5 pees outside for every one in my toilet from about June till September.
You piss outside?
I gotta switch spots. Sometimes a spot.
Oh,
I had one spot that got so wet. Sadie was like, "What was over here?" I didn't run the door. I said, "I pissed there 7 times before you woke up." Yeah.
Why can't you just go in the house and take a piss?
Oh my God, bro. I'm all the way out by the garage. What I do is I open the garage door so you can't see me from the road, and then I hit the rocks right there 2 or 3 times. Then the next few I do in the backyard. I spread it around. There's no reason to go inside. Why would you? Even if I went inside to pee, I think Jackie would be like, why are you coming inside to pee every time? You got to take your shoes off.
Yeah, but does your daughter ever come out and go,
Oh,
hey,
dude, I do this. I'm like behind the door and she comes to the back. I'm like that as I'm going, like that. She knows. She goes, oh, all right. She knows.
wow.
What? What?
No, because
you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, well, I mean,
I don't have the urge.
You got
like,
bathrooms all over. Like,
well,
I would have last night. I would easily pee in your yard if you were cool with that.
Because now,
if you were policing it,
I was stunned. I was stunned. Well, now I'm going to think that you're pissing in the yard without me looking.
No. I was only having such a good time last night that I didn't want to stray too far from the conversation. I would have just peed right over in the pebbles where the pebbles meet the.
Well, here's what was concerning for me last night.
All right.
You said, I got to go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
And then you got up and you ran to the bathroom.
Right.
Twice.
I can tell you why.
Why?
Bro, compliment to you. Because I was having such a good time. I was afraid if I took too long to go to the bathroom, by the time I got back, you and Lana would be like, you know what, we should probably call it.
Okay.
So I was trying to keep the hang going.
Yeah, but the way you were running was the run of someone who needed to go to the bathroom or was going to come out as they were running. Or is that the way you run now?
I don't normally run. I mean, well, I thought my run was fine, but I mean, I was only running.
The run was like, oh, yeah, I got to get to the,
I was hopping over the things. God, you're judging my.
No, I was like, I told Lana, I go, look at Jesus Christ, this guy must have been holding it in for an hour and a half.
Oh, no. But yeah, like I said, I want to, keep it moving because the minute, we're having a good time. I want to keep the fun going.
Well, I think we ended it on a piss break. Didn't we end it on a piss break? Where we said, I got to go to
Lana
the bed.
had to go to the bathroom, and then we all jumped in on that one, and we said we should probably wrap it up. Yeah.
Speaking of wrapping up, that's it here for this Pete and Sebastian show. Patreon, Pete and Sebastian show on that platform. $5 a month. You're going to get a lot more content now that we're together. Pete and I are going to Fort Lauderdale to do a few things in Fort Lauderdale.
And by the way, the surfing is definitely out now. Have you heard about that guy, famous surfer? His board hit him in the leg.
I know this guy died, but
bled out. The fin of his board hit him in the leg.
Ooh, yeah.
On vacation. He was doing a vacation surf.
This is why I don't do anything like that.
Bro, we're going to build a sandcastle. That's all we can do. That's safe. We're doing the electric bikes. That'll be fun.
Are we doing bikes? I got bikes here. You want to do bikes here? We'll film it here.
Oh, all right. You got electric bikes? Yeah. Oh, wow. That'd be cool.
But I haven't taken them out yet. I think that's another thing. I don't have. Would you wear a helmet on the electric bike?
I don't even know if we should be electric biking together. Yeah. I don't know.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys next week, Pete and Sebastian. Take care.